When is Forza Horizon 6 coming out? That is the big question on everybody's mind right now, followed closely by when is Forza coming to PlayStation 5? We are going to attempt to answer both of those questions in this video, so let's jump right into it. The original Forza Horizon was released way back in 2012, followed by Horizon 2 in 2014, and Horizon 3 and 4 kept the 2-year trend going, releasing in 2016 and 18 respectively. But then COVID happened, and Forza Horizon 5 didn't release until 2021. And for those of you that are mathematically challenged, that's 3 years. It is now 2024, 3 years on from the Horizon 5 release, and there hasn't been a single peep from Playground Games on Forza Horizon 6 yet. If you look around online, one of the prevailing theories on this is that Fable has taken priority and Forza will release after Fable comes out next year and they can refocus on Horizon 6. However, the Fable team over there at Playground is a separate group working at a different location, and while I'm sure there's collaboration between teams, it's not the reason Forza Horizon 6 has not been announced yet. The more likely reality is simply that in this day and age, games are much more advanced and they take a lot longer to develop. Especially if you are, say, I don't know, working on porting it to a new console that also begins with Play. But more on that in a moment. First, we need to talk about the recent updates to Forza Horizon 5 and what that potentially means for Forza Horizon 6's release window. If you are unaware, you can now purchase backstage passes in Forza Horizon 5 that you can use to get some of the rarer cars in the game. I heard Black Panther refer to it as a FOMO update, and I think that is perfect. Describes it nicely. But the point here is that Forza Horizon 5 is entering its end of life cycle. And Forza Horizon 5 itself released basically 1 year after Forza Horizon 4 made that equivalent update and entered its own end-of-life cycle. So if you put 2 and 2 together, that means by this logic, Forza Horizon 6 should release in fall 2025. But there are still quite a few hurdles to get there. As I've already mentioned, games just take longer to make now, and if your game doesn't look great, it's gonna get ripped to shreds. Just look at the Forza Motorsport release. And let's not forget the big elephant in the room here, GTA 6. And its a yet-to-be-announced release date. It's seeming likely it could turn out to be fall 2025, and if that's the case, it could scare Xbox off from releasing Forza Horizon 6 until early 2026. Now, the other twist or wrench or whatever you want to call it into this story is the rumored release of a Forza on PlayStation. So earlier this year, there started to be whispers that Xbox was considering bringing some exclusives to PlayStation, and they did. And naturally, as one of Xbox's biggest franchises, Forza came out. This brings up a whole other debate that I won't get into here on whether Xbox should be releasing on PlayStation, but personally, I think more people get to play Forza, that's a good thing. As it stands now, it's a matter of when it's coming to PlayStation, not if. Now, for argument's sake, let's pretend that Forza Horizon 6 is also coming to PlayStation 5, because why would it not? You would expect that it would be a timed exclusive for Xbox still, meaning that it would release on Xbox and Game Pass, and then a few months later, release on PlayStation. So if Forza Horizon 6 releases in, say, fall 2025 on Xbox, it would follow on PlayStation in the spring of 26. So that means that if Horizon 5 doesn't drop on PlayStation until spring of 2025, PlayStation fans would still theoretically then have a year to enjoy Forza Horizon 5 before being able to play Forza Horizon 6. So it works out based on our math from earlier. And that all fits in nice and tidy like a conspiracy theory, which is basically what this video was since we don't have anything official. So either go put on a tinfoil hat or watch this next video where I race in slow motion.